Once you become max level in Jailbreak and unlock everything you ever wanted in the game and quite literally beat Jailbreak, there's nothing left to do except for Jailbreak trading. But even then, why would you go inside of Jailbreak trading when you already have everything? Maybe you would go in there to get a Torpedo Arachnid or the Audi or even the Raptor. But getting those vehicles are almost impossible if you don't have the vehicles that the OG players of Jailbreak want for those vehicles. And that's why so many new players in Jailbreak, especially players that joined all the way in 2020, don't actually even try to trade inside of Jailbreak, because Jailbreak trading is kind of useless if you started after 2020 or even 2019. Because once you get some of these old vehicles from back then, and once you basically have almost everything, maybe you don't have a couple of rims and spoilers, but other than that, you actually don't have a reason to trade inside of Jailbreak.
And ruining your inventory like that, especially knowing that you already have everything and you already have a good inventory, knowing you're an OG player from 2020 or even earlier, is not a good thing to do in 2024.
By other desperate brokies that want the Torpedo.
Such an amazing car! Oh my god, look at the pointy parts! Oh, I love the engines, mate!
Yes, I do love the exhaust pipes. I believe this is a 49 engine.
And the exhaust pipes are 37 years old.
Players like me who have 112 million and basically everything in the game.
Once I step inside of the trading world, it's like the entire server is glazing you for your vehicles.
Especially my Torpedo, which is my most rarest thing in my inventory after the fidget spinner rim.
Or even some of my other items like the brick set and as well as the snowflake rims from 2017. But now let's say you started a long time ago. Let's even say like 2021 or even 2020, maybe even 2022. And at that time we were at season 8 as well as season 10.
If you started after season 10 of Jailbreak in 2022, a lot of the vehicles and items you have right now in a couple of years will become very rare, especially in 2025 when Jailbreak blows up in popularity with GTA 6's launch. So if you started after season 10, keep all of the items, especially vehicles that you have from back then, except for the Jackrabbit, since nobody actually likes or cares about this car. But any good cars you have, such as the Volt 4x4 or any fast vehicles that you have from back then, keeping those vehicles is actually going to get you far in Jailbreak, not only in trading but in value. Your inventory is going to go up in value if you have a lot of these vehicles, especially things like the Agent, the Banana Car, and especially this vehicle, and of course the most important two, the Beam Hybrid and the Molten M12. If you don't have the Torpedo, that is completely fine, because if you have both of those vehicles, that alone will give you a symbol inside of Jailbreak, definitely for next year. Because next year, when a lot of new players come in, they're gonna not really have rare inventories like we do. They're not gonna have a lot of the prizes like we do. And that's where a lot of you guys can take full control of Jailbreak trading by showing off your prizes from all the way back in season 10. Because after season 11, nobody's actually gonna care about the prizes you have.
And if you especially have the Celsius from season 8, keep that vehicle, because even though it may not look the best, it's actually the exact same as the Blade, since it has the exact same sounds and mechanics, and this is basically the Blade that got removed from 2020. Even though people won't know what the Blade is in 2025 when new players come in, this vehicle still has very unique sounds, and it's actually a very good looking vehicle. And of course, the best thing, it hovers over a lot of things. As well as that, you can actually spawn this vehicle, which you can't spawn any other vehicles that hovers like this, and it's kind of identical to the drone, except the drone flies higher. We worked so hard to unlock the escape pod from the mansion, and you can't even spawn that vehicle, whereas the Celsius you can spawn. This vehicle will go up in value a lot, and a lot of new players in 2025 will want this. This vehicle alone can get you the Torpedo by 2025.
After season 11, there's not really much of a point to showing off your vehicles or prizes, and those items don't really have any value. We're now going to be approaching 2025, and any items you gain from 2022 and even before are going to get you really far in Jailbreak once the game blows up. So at the moment in Jailbreak, trading in 2024 as well as 2025, do not do it. Stay away from Jailbreak trading. Don't trade away your rims, don't trade away your vehicles, don't try to get the Torpedo, because if you have the Beam Hybrid and you're trying to get the Torpedo, don't do it, because the Beam Hybrid is actually going to become more rare and valuable in 2025 than Torpedo alone, because a lot of people already have the Torpedo from back then. since Jailbreak used to get a lot of players back then. Whereas in 2020, when the Beam Hybrid was introduced, a lot of people did have the Beam Hybrid, but not as much as the Torpedo. So the Beam Hybrid is just going to become way more valuable in 2025. So keep your Beam Hybrid and any vehicles you have from Season 10 and 9 and 8 and anything before, because they could easily become more valuable than the Torpedo, Arachnid, and anything else that's rare, such as the fidget spinner rims. As well as that, if you go inside of Jailbreak Trading today, most of the people there are kind of just scamming you. Any OG players in there trying to trade are mostly just scamming you, and they're never gonna actually give you the items you want.
But now let's be honest, the Torpedo obviously is the rarest vehicle in the game, but the most rarest item is the fidget spinner rims, and as well as these rims right here. Not only these rims, but a lot of people forget about the Arachnid as well. But let's say the Torpedo and Arachnid, you literally cannot get them because people are not willing to give it up. Trying to go for the Beam Hybrid or Vote 4x4 will be the next best chance, because these vehicles, in a few years especially, or even next year, people will actually want to buy it off of you or even pay you Robux to get it. Now, not that I'm saying that you should actually go into markets and buy these vehicles for real money or Robux, but hypothetically, people would actually pay you for these vehicles. And so if you have a Vote 4x4, keep it with you. And if you don't have one, try to get one as soon as you can by offering something that is in your inventory, which isn't as valuable but could be valuable to the person that's trying to get another item from you. But let's say you don't actually own a lot of rare things in the game and you kind of started late in Jailbreak.
And this is why I'm trying to tell you, stay away from Jailbreak Trading in 2024 and 2025, especially someone like me who doesn't even need it. The only items inside of Jailbreak that I do not have is the brick set rims, and that is literally it. But do I really want to go through the trouble of going inside of Jailbreak Trading and talking to a lot of brokies, and as well as that, doing these seasons at the moment and getting these prizes, especially this vehicle, is not going to be rare or valuable in 2025. Definitely do keep grinding the seasons, because these will be very, very valuable in a couple of years. But in 2025, anything from Season 10 or before,
Especially Season 8 and 7.
will go so high in value that honestly you'll be able to probably get more than one Torpedo, probably even 5, for just the banana car alone. Grinding cash inside of this game is quite literally useless, as you don't need cash at all, especially when you already have the vehicles you want. The seasons alone will benefit you way more than grinding Jailbreak at the moment. Like grinding in 2024 and 2025, completely useless unless you're grinding for limited vehicles that they release, which is already very cheap, around 1 to 2 million cash.
And nowadays with Jailbreak robberies, it only takes a couple of days to grind them and get them.
The only thing you should be doing is grinding the seasons. Do not grind cash in Jailbreak. Stay away from Jailbreak Trading, at least until Jailbreak blows up by 2025 of fall, because that's when most of your items should become high in demand. And honestly, this game alone will make you rich in Robux as well, because a lot of people will probably be selling their Torpedoes for real life money. Torpedo could go for so much money next year. It's gonna be crazy. The Jailbreak Trading market next year is gonna actually blow up, so be ready for it.
Because Jailbreak will end up changing Roblox by 2025 by a lot when GTA 6 finally launches.
And don't be one of those people who weren't preparing for the past few years. Make sure you are actually prepared.